How long could you survive in the wilderness only using AI? Well, today we're about to find out because I purchased some of the craziest AI survival products I could find, ranging from a $4,000 AI drone all the way to an all-in-one offline survival AI kit that could apparently save you in literally any situation. I'm excited to try these products, but also a little bit nervous because my life depends on it, so let's do this. All right, so the very first AI survival product I want to purchase is something called the Arc. Now, this is a $1,000 handheld offline survival AI toolkit, and it's the world's best offline survival AI system infused with the minds of the world's greatest survival experts. Whether lost in the wild, facing a natural disaster, or even nuclear fallout, it has you covered. Looks like a lot of people are using this, 14,000 people, and this is what it looks like. So it's basically an entire encased device that's waterproof and watertight. It's crush-proof, drop-proof, and even has offline intel. So it looks like it has some sort of LLM, some like ChatGPT interface. Maybe you ask it questions on how to survive. I don't know exactly what this entails, if it has cameras on it. I don't know if it can like help you survive in certain situations. I am very excited to try this. So my AI survival kit, the Arc, is right here. I am outside in the wilderness. There's nothing near me right now. I'm just out in the pure open. There's a river, there's a pond, there's a lot going on here, but the one thing that's not going on is technology. I'm gonna see if I'm able to navigate through a bunch of different situations using this. I don't even know what is inside this thing. I'm actually very excited to open it up. Here we go. What is it going to be? So it looks a little bit like a laptop. You have a keyboard down below. This is to power on with the monitor, so hopefully that works. So it's doing all of its offline data processing, just uploading, I'm sure, like their GPS and all the different capabilities it has. Oh, look at that. All right, so it's kind of like a GPT wrapper. It's a survival expert. How can I help? Is it touchscreen? Ooh, it's touchscreen. All right, that's big. So there's 4 different things it looks like here. Survival expert, which is like their GPT. Knowledge base, what is that? Oh, look, there's a bunch of different types of survival guides. There's animal safety, US Army survival, fire making, first aid guide, rescue guide, nuclear response. What? I want to learn about food retrieval. So if I click on that, what happens? All right, so it's like a pre-downloaded PDF, it looks like. It is possible to survive up to 3 weeks without food. So they're telling me to avoid mushrooms, red plants, fruits that are divided into 5 segments, and a whole bunch more. Wow, okay. So what can I eat? So you want young stems and leaves. Prefer the young ones for tenderness and nutrition. All right, well, I think it taught me enough. I think I'm ready to find myself some food. All right, so I'm going to take its guide, not look for any mushrooms. Ooh, I do see some yellow flowers here. They do look young and voluptuous. They don't look dangerous. Let's keep going though, but right now this is my favorite for food. It also mentioned that life grows near water, so that's why I'm at the river bend right here, because I should be able to find something good. Ooh, what is this? Looks like a tasty mushroom, but I technically should avoid that. Oh, that looks good. So I found I mean, that must be a super rare plant. Frittose. What is frittose? I didn't see anything about that in the guide. So since I couldn't forage and find any wild berries, I think it's time to hunt an animal, and I think this is a beaver's dam right here. How do they do this? How did like a beaver build this? I think I'm gonna spare the beaver because I'm impressed that he built this. All right, I have another animal that I think we could eat. How do I hunt a goose? Hunting geese with your bare hands requires patience, stealth, and a good understanding of the animal's behavior. They're social and they travel in groups. They have strong legs and sharp beaks, so they're formidable opponents. Hand-to-goose techniques. Okay, so I have to stalk them by moving quietly and slowly. Reach out with both hands and grab it by the neck. If you can't grab the bird, try throwing your arms around it from behind. This may take some practice. How are you able to practice that? I'm gonna be just very nonchalant, just walk by them basically, give them a wave. Okay. Now I sneak up from behind them and I give them a bear hug. No. I forgot that they can go in the water. Wait, that's so sad. That poor goose right there has like a tumor on its neck. I've never seen that. All right, so in a wild turn of events, I'm gonna see if we can call Wildlife Patrol to hopefully rehabilitate this poor goose. I'm now officially a vegan. I've been convinced after hunting for about 60 seconds. So I'm gonna try to survive by not eating any animals, and I clearly can't forage for plants or berries. So I guess I have about 3 weeks to live. All right, let's check out this world map, because apparently it downloaded an entire world map. This is offline, so right now I'm not connected to the internet. So just to truly check, I'm gonna go somewhere in Kazakhstan, and I wanna see if I can like zoom in all the way. So let's take it out of the United States. Did they truly download everything? Yes, they did. Look at that. Down to the very street that I grew up on. All right, enough of the information, because this thing also claims to be drop proof, so it's quite durable as well. So what I wanna do is drop it, and then I'm gonna drop it in the water as well, because also it's waterproof apparently. That would be very cool. I hope it works, otherwise this thing's completely broken. All right, so I guess if you have your Arc on you and you're walking and you accidentally do this, it shouldn't break. Did it break? No, looks good. Let's go higher. Because all these things could happen. Did it break? No. So it passed the drop test, but I'm curious about the waterproof nature of it, because if you submerge technology like this in water like this, it should break. So let's test it. All right, I'm gonna let that marinate for about 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna pull it out, and I wanna see if it still works. I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, it's been 2 minutes now, so let's check back in on our Ark and see if our AI survival kit survived. Let's check it out. Wow, looks in really good shape. I'm gonna do my good deed as a survivalist. I'm going to leave this AI survival kit for somebody else, because this thing is durable, so it should be able to weather rain, snow, nuclear fallout, whatever it may be. So, with that said, thank you, Ark, for being there for me. You turned me into a vegan, and you basically taught me how to survive in the wilderness. There you go. So I'm going to put you underneath there, and hopefully the next person who finds you can make good use of you. All right, cool product. Let's move on to the next one. The next AI product I purchased is the DJI Mavic 4 Pro drone. So this is an AI drone that's like $2,500, the most expensive camera that I technically own now. And this thing is absolutely crazy. So let me show you what this can do. So it has 360 sensors, so it can see in all directions. It has 51 minutes of battery life, which is pretty insane for flights for drones. It has 6K camera at 60 FPS. It's able to track you using some like AI tracking technology, so it always knows where you are. It has 3 cameras, so the insane zoom and quality is wild. It can also plan its own smart AI flight paths. You just basically send it up and it does what it wants and sends you back good information. And you could see up to 30 kilometers away. So this is the perfect drone if you're stuck somewhere in the wilderness to basically do a lot of things like show you where water sources are, show you where there's animals, map out the entire world below you, all in 6K. I didn't even know 6K exists. All right, so the DJI Mavic 4 Pro has finally arrived, and this thing is massive. Definitely the largest drone that I've ever seen. Okay, comes in a really nice pack here, so let's open it up, do a little bit of drone unboxing before we get into some AI survival. And fully out of the box, this is what this thing looks like. So actually not too crazy, but I'm sure once I put on all the propellers and I get the battery bank loaded up and I start flying this thing's gonna be crazy. I'm excited to see its AI tracking capabilities, and I'm very excited to put it super high up and try to map the entire world below us. All right, let's see what this thing can do. So here we have the DJI Mavic 4 Pro. This thing is an absolute beast. We have it out here in the wilderness. We're gonna put it up. We're gonna see how powerful this thing is. The camera looks insane. I'm excited to show it to you guys. And like I said, it has a lot of weird capabilities to it that you won't find on a normal drone. And I actually learned that this thing is able to actually use claws that you could attach to it to pick up and drop things off to people if they're stuck in the wilderness. So if you have to get them like a care package or something, or rescue them, you could like literally hook something onto it so then it has like a function to like claw basically. We're gonna be exploring that. We're gonna go fishing with it and a bunch of other things. So let me show you how powerful this thing is first. All right, so I'm going to turn this bad boy on right now.
Take off.
Look at that, that's crazy. So the drone is currently flying, but look how crisp, it's actually more clear on this 6K camera than real life. Look at that. That's what I look like. And as you can see, it has 3 cameras on it right there, and that comes together to create that 6K imagery. And what's cool is you're also able to quickly drop the camera so it can just show what's below. So in this case, I click there, and now it's showing directly what's beneath it. As you can see, it is already 30 meters in the air and counting. I don't know how high this can go, but right now, according to this is legitimately 100 meters in the air right now. Okay, so the max altitude is 120 meters, and we've officially reached it. You could probably hardly see it. This looks like the satellite view for Google Maps. I wanna show you what this thing is looking at. Just to prove that we actually are in the wilderness, this is legitimately what the drone is looking at. All right, I wanna have some fun with this. I wanna see if it's able to deliver me food. So if you're stuck in the wilderness, you're starving, you need some food, can I send it on a quest to get me some food? So we have the drone right there, and we have a little care package of chicken shawarma right there, and the claw is officially set up on that thing, so I'm going to see if it can actually deliver to me the shawarma. All right, let's take flight. So the claw machine is now working. All right, so we're getting right over it now. What's cool is on the screen, it actually shows me where the target is, which is insane. All right, that's good, a little forward. Oh, wrong way, wrong way. Here we go, it's shawarma time. Ah, missed it. Oh, did I get it? I think shawarma secured. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
What? That's insane. This thing can actually deliver you food. I could have been, whatever, 100 feet away, it still would have delivered it. Let me try another test. How high can it bring the shawarma? Oh my gosh. Look how high up the shawarma. We have shawarma in the airspace. How high can we bring this shawarma? World's highest shawarma drop in 3, 2, 1. No, the shawarma. Oh my gosh, it actually did it. That is the craziest drone that I've ever seen in my life. I have another test for this AI drone that I wanted to try out. So right now we're in a pond and there's some fish in here. There's a lot of geese. And what I want to see is if I can go fishing with this drone. So right now I have a hook on the end, which is attached to a string. And I'm basically just gonna hover it over the water and then dip it in slowly and see if we can catch something. All right, so we have the string on right there. So let's go right here first and let's try to catch something. So I'm officially in the water. Oh, it looks like we have a bite. Nothing, okay. Let's go out a little bit further because I feel like the fish aren't gonna be by the shore. I don't know if I wanna catch a duck. Doesn't look like there's any bites. I think like all the fish just run away when they see this because this thing is just so menacing. All right, how about this plant right here? Let's see if we can catch a plant. Oh, we got something. We got something. Oh no, I think we're stuck. And this drone is $4,000. I can't afford this to go in there. I think I'm gonna have to release. All right guys, we ran into a big emergency, so I have to cut this. Do not try this. All right, we saved the drone right there. That was actually incredibly dangerous. I was trying to survive and I ended up almost killing myself. So unfortunately, this AI drone is unable to fish, at least properly. I think it just scares off all the fish and wildlife the moment it hovers over. But in any case, I mean, we were able to actually get a plant. It was a little bit too heavy for our drone here. But in any case, I mean, it looks like you could survive with this drone. This is a very powerful drone. I'm a big fan of it. I'm sure there's a lot more you could even do with this thing, but as far as survival goes, it's great.
I'm very excited to try out this next AI survival product because I feel like it has a ton of utility, and that is this smart stick right here. It's $100 off of Amazon, and it does a ton of things, including, but not limited to, trekking for hiking. It could help you even pitch a tent while you're camping. It's good for self-defense as well because it has these like little barbs that you could just like fight off animals, I guess, or like poke at berries with. It has a USB port so you could charge your phone off of your walking stick. It serves as a tripod, I think, and then it's also a little mini fan as well. There's so many different things this thing does. I have no idea how there's so many little capabilities built into a single stick, but we're about to find out. I'm very excited for this one, but the smart stick has finally arrived here. This is what it looks like in the box, and when I put this thing together, it apparently is going to do everything for me and will really aid in my survival. So I just put the stick together, and this is what it looks like. So super long, super hard. It has a really nice grip right here. I think it's styrofoam, and then I didn't realize this in the picture, but it also has a little flashlight right here. So if you're walking around in the dark, you can just click this button right here and turn the light on. So very cool thing. I'm excited to try this out. Hopefully it helps me survive. So here's my smart walking stick. I'm currently on a trail, and it's been days, and I'm starving, and my legs hurt, and this thing is actually helping because it has a very nice, comfortable grip. As you guys saw, I mean, it has like a cool corked sort of feel to it, so I'm not gonna get any blisters. It's a really nice height. I like that it's adjustable. I also like that it has a little light, so as it gets a bit dark, you can see that directly in front of me. I'm able to clear the path, so if there's any animals or anything like that, I can kind of like shine it in their eyes, they'll run away. Or if I just can't see, this is a pretty good tool to have. But it's not just a walking stick, because there's also different attachments to it that I want to try out as well. So it does have an adjustable top, so if you're tired of the flashlight, you're able to twist this off. You're able to get a live compass, which can basically guide you. So right now, I know that I am moving east. So if you have to look for the North Star to get home, you just point this compass in the right direction and you know exactly where to go. In my case, I don't know how to read a compass properly, so I'm not even sure if that's right. But that's not the only attachment this smart stick has, because in here, you also have some other attachments, including a fire starter stick on this side and then a whistle on this side. So if you're in the middle of the forest like I am, you need to survive, you want to send out an SOS, you have yourself a whistle. It might even be a bear whistle. I don't know like what specific sound this is making, but it's good for SOS if you need to be saved, or again, if there's like a wild animal, maybe this helps. Hopefully it doesn't bring animals over here, but kind of cool. And it even has a bit, so you're able to screw things in. I don't know what exactly you need to screw in, but if you're carrying like IKEA furniture on you and have to do some sort of assembly when you're out here in the wilderness, you could certainly do so. It'd also be good to jab somebody in case they come up. You want to use it as a weapon, but there's an even better weapon. So this other attachment, it's like a little knife, so you're able to cut things with it right here. Look at that. Whoa, you could like actually chop down a tree with this. So you could actually cut your own firewood. Let's say you wanted to start a little campfire, you come over, you find yourself a log, and look how deep it could get.
And that's not even the sharpest blade this has. You can turn this thing into a harpoon like Poseidon here and go spearfishing with this crazy sharp arrow on the end. I don't know what the purpose of this is. It must actually be for if you're by a lake and you want to catch a fish, you just sort of stab it. So I feel like we have to try this. Let's see if we can catch a fish using this smart stick right here. Okay, I think I see something. All right, let me have my stabs. Oh! Don't litter, guys. Let me throw that back. All right, let's see what else I can get. Okay, I see the little baby fish. Come on. Oh, I found something, I found something. Come on. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Oh! No, I'm just kidding. I guess this isn't actually for spearfishing, but rather to clean up for your community. The stick is surprisingly heavy as well because it has so much like density to it. There's so many different functions. It can also serve, I guess, as a barbell. So if you want to work out if you're in the wilderness, which I guess is kind of smart, you can do some curls right here. Let's do it till I tire out. I'm trying to get swole with this. You want to know what's annoying? I don't even know if I'm making any progress. Like, shouldn't I be progressively overloading? Well, actually, that's what I have Macro Factor workouts for. So Macro Factor workouts is a training app designed to help you plan, track, and progress your workouts. Oh. Hello. You can build a program from scratch, or you can let the app create a personalized program for you like I did right here based on your goals and available equipment. So for instance, I personally use it to track my workouts and make sure I'm progressing week to week, and also to eliminate the guesswork that comes with programming so I could optimize my workouts. My current plan is to maintain weight but increase muscle. So Macro Factor Workout helps me construct a plan tailored to my goals, which makes it incredibly easy to use. I'll show you one of my favorite features here. It's called evidence-based recommendations, which helps you reach your goals with expert designed programs built on proven science. And what better way to optimize for your workouts than following the science? Oh, and it's also ad-free and privacy first, so you don't have to worry about that. So go try Macro Factor Workout so you can see how easy it is to plan and track your training. Download it now on the App Store or Google Play and use my code to get 2 weeks free. So thank you again to Macro Factor Workouts for sponsoring this video. Now let's keep surviving.
And when you think of survival, there's 3 major things you need: food, water, and shelter. Shelter, of course, being the second most important, only to water, because shelter helps you to not only give you a safe place to sleep, but also to shield you from all the elements and animals that could be around you looking to eat you. And what better shelter to purchase than the most advanced piece of shelter equipment out there, Space Acacia. Now, this is a $1,000 tent that looks like a SpaceX tent. It looks like it's made by Tesla, basically. But it's a 3-in-1 camping system consisting of a spacious modern tent, the first of its kind proprietary floor, and the innovative temperature adjusting canopy. Wow. Comes in a bunch of different colors. And what I think the craziest part is that it doesn't have to be pitched. Like, it just pops up. I think I just open it up and then it's like tent. I don't believe that. I always thought like pitching a tent is like changing a tire. Like, you have to watch YouTube videos if you want to do that, but apparently not.
So I just unboxed the Space Acacia XL tent, and these are the instructions right here. And after I follow these steps, this thing's apparently going to just blow up on its own inside of like 60 seconds and just create that spaceship tent as you saw. So the first step is to pull. All right, let's unroll this a little bit. Okay, so here's some side pieces. I thought this was zero assembly. Now I have a bunch of rods, screws. It sounds like assembly. Hopefully this isn't like an IKEA piece and it just pops up like it says. Maybe I don't need those pieces. Okay. Coming together a little bit here. Still looking for that pull function. And once I do that, this thing should blow up. Oh, here's the pull. All right, so I'm gonna pull this. Whoa. Oh, whoa. And then last but not least, and we should have our tent after this. All right, so just like that, 4 easy pulls, and this Space Acacia XL tent was put up pretty seamlessly. So in less than 100 seconds, you could basically have an entire tent set up. And I wanna show you the inside because this thing is massive. So right here, we have the main entrance, which is this door. And then when you go inside, you have this entire place, which looks to be maybe like 8 by 6 feet, all to yourself. This is me laying for reference, just so you could see how big this thing is. So you could quite comfortably fit probably like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 people in here. You could also set up like little stations if you want to like work in here. I mean, apparently this thing is rainproof, windproof, nuke-proof, and basically all elements don't affect it. And then the other side here, you have a little back door as well. So let's say you have to use the bathroom in the middle of the night and you don't want to step over people, you can go out this way and you have an equally large exit door that you could step out and be on the other side. Right here, in case you have an external AC unit, you're able to bring it here and then cinch it here, so then get some cooler air into the tent. Although I don't think you need it. It seems pretty climate controlled in here. Very much like a spaceship. Wait, what is this? Does this thing have windows? Oh my gosh, you even have windows in the tent. Wow, and you have every single one is a window. Look at all the window options, so much natural light. So right now it's sunny outside, it's not nighttime, but at night, presumably if you're in like a place like Yellowstone or a beautiful national park, you could see all the stars above you because you have that sort of like top window. And if it's raining, they also give you a tarp that you could just drape right over so you're protected in case the rain droplets start falling down. Good storage as well, so they have these little pockets right here, so if you want to store any of your belongings, maybe a phone for instance. you could do that. But I'm pretty impressed with this AI tent. I mean, this is super futuristic. You definitely get what you pay for, because the one struggle with tents is that they're really hard to put together, and this thing was like less than 2 minutes, and then you have this giant massive space in here that you're able to stay in. So as I try to survive the wilderness, this is going to be my home, my shelter, and what I retreat to and ultimately sleep in for one night.
This next product is called the Camp Stove 2 Plus by BioLite, and it's effectively a compact, smokeless, wood-burning camp stove. I mean, what you see is what you get. It literally creates a tabletop campfire with a battery. Now, I know that batteries can produce electricity, which is heat, but I didn't think it can go all the way and actually create a fire. I thought you needed like gasoline or like propane to do so, but apparently not. I mean, this thing is crazy. It has 3 watts for USB output. The battery is pretty fat. It says the boil time is only 4.5 minutes, which I'm pretty sure is better than a standard stove. And it just uses biomass for fuel. So it's sticks, twigs, pellets, and then you can also use it as a charger. I don't know if I'm misinterpreting this, but it's also only 2 pounds. So this is like the single greatest thing you could bring with you, because fire is the one thing that you need when you're out in the wild. Not only for heat, but also to cook your food. And I'm gonna be going out on a pretty cold day, so hopefully this thing can provide some warmth and also cook up some food for me. I'm excited to get this one. So in my hands right here, I possess what our ancestors hundreds of thousands of years ago wished they had: fire. Now it's gonna take me a little bit to figure out how this works, but once it does, rest assured that this thing is probably going to be saving me in a lot of different survival situations. I'm really excited for this one. So here's the BioLite fire pit generator, and basically what you do with this, as I mentioned, is you basically start the fire, and then this device here right in front of it can basically be used to harness the energy of the fire to emit electricity, so you can do things like charge your phone, use a flashlight, and even power a fan that then oxygenates the fire to keep it going. So it basically transfers the energy of the fire into other devices, be it a light, a phone, whatever it may be. I don't believe that this works. This is absolutely crazy. We're gonna try it. So right here I have a little fire starter, so I'm gonna drop this in. Maybe I'll gather some twigs and stuff. So we're in the wilderness, so we definitely need to add some stuff to this fire. Here's a nice hefty piece here. Let's go ahead and start this fire, and then I'll try to like charge my phone or just like put on the flashlight. That'd be insane. All right, so there you have it. The fire has officially begun, and they say just after 10 seconds, you're able to then transfer the energy from the fire into this electricity port right here. It's basically been 10 seconds, so let's go ahead and see. So let's first turn on this power bank. Whoa, okay, something turned on. All right, now test 1. Let's see if we could turn fire into light. So this is the USB port right here. We're looking for this light to go on. And again, I'm not doing anything. I didn't charge this thing, nothing happened. No way, wait, that's insane. It makes sense, right? It's just energy to energy, but I did not expect the heat transfer to take place that quickly like that. Because we have the fire going nice and steady in here. As you can see, actually, if you look up close to this fire, as you see, it's spinning because the oxygen is circulating in it to keep the fire going. And that's a result of the fan, so it's kind of like self-feeding. So this fire is just keeping itself going, basically. All right, the light is cool, but can this charge my phone? Can you start a fire basically with just sticks and then charge your phone in the forest? That's basically what we're answering here. So now you'll see it's on 52 and plugged in. No, whoa. I am using sticks to charge my phone right now. Now, just to prove it's a real fire and not some fake heat fire, I brought some food because I want to heat it up. Because again, if you're in the wilderness and you come across like berries and you want to make some jam, or a dead fox and you want to cook up some roadkill, you can use this fire to actually do so, and I'm going to show you how. So I have a piece of tin foil here. I guess this also is contingent on you having a piece of tin foil, which if you're stranded, you probably won't, but bear with me. And then you need some chicken shawarma as well, which I have here, which again, everybody should have access to. And when you combine all of this together, you put the meat on the tin foil, then you're gonna rest it on top and begin cooking. Ooh, it sounds like it's gonna taste good. You hear that sizzling? Woo! And while it's cooking my food, it's still charging my phone. So now I'll wait here for about 2-3 minutes, let this heat up, and I'll let you know whether or not it's good. All right, we should be good now, so I'm gonna take this off the stove. It smells really good. Okay, let's give it a try. Genuinely hot. I mean, I'm not surprised because that's how you cook, but that is a real flame, and this actually cooked up the shawarma right here. Can't you see the heat? Just use your imagination because we're not 4-dimensional, so you can't actually feel it, but okay, let me give it a try. That is the best chicken shawarma I've ever had. I think because like we used nature to cook it up. It feels very natural and raw, not raw in that sense, but it just feels like a good piece of food that was cooked by me in the wilderness. Give this lamb gyro a bite. Starting a fire is typically the hardest thing when you're in survival mode, but pretty good product overall, because not only do you get the fire, but you could also cook with that fire, you could also charge your phone, you could put a flashlight in there and charge that up. I'm sure a bunch of other things as well. Probably even charge a laptop if you wanted to. Really cool device, gets my approval. For this next product, it's not technically an AI product, but I'm gonna count it because it uses the word AI, and it's this solar-powered fan hat off of Amazon right here for $35. Now on its surface, it looks like a standard outdoor fishing hat, but if you look a little bit closer, you'll see these 2 fans that are providing some good cooling effect to this man's face. space. And what's cool is that these fans are solar powered, so you don't even need a battery or like USB-C charging. All it is just solar charging via these solar panels that are on top of the fans. So you literally never have to think of this. As long as you don't get stranded in like a really cloudy place with no sun, you should be good to go. So I'm excited to get this. I mean, this might be incredibly useful. I like myself a good hat, as you guys can see. So let's see. The solar powered sun hat is officially on my head. I'm gonna take a little bit of a hike. And like I said, this is solar powered, so it's gonna take a little bit for these to charge up. But once they're charged, I think apparently it turns on automatically and the fans will start cooling me. Because if you're out in the wilderness trying to survive, you're definitely gonna get hot. You're gonna be going around foraging for food, whatever it may be. You're gonna get hot for sure. So not only does it stop sunlight from getting on your face and you getting sunburn, but you could also cool yourself down as soon as enough sun hits these little panels right here. All right, let's hike a little bit and hopefully within the next 5-10 minutes it turns on. I don't know how solar works. The sun has been beating on these panels. It's not working.
A few moments later.
That's been like 7 minutes of hiking or so. So I'm gonna try to turn this on now and we're gonna see if there's any sort of power generated. Should have been enough. You'd think like 10 minutes outside on these panels should be enough to get the fans on for like 2 minutes. Oh, it's working. Wait. Get a load of this. This actually works. The solar powered fans in this sun hat are actually working. All it takes is about 5-10 minutes to charge up, but I'm actually genuinely surprised. I thought this was a gimmick. I thought we were dealing with like a Temu sun hat right here. But this is a legitimate solar powered sun hat. I think only one's working though, so I guess that makes sense because the sun is coming this way, so it was more pointedly hitting this one. So I'd have to charge this one up a little bit more, but this actually does work. Not really AI-ish, but it is cool that a solar powered sun hat is a real thing in 2026 that you could purchase. Not powered by batteries, no fossil fuels, just the sun right there, and it's able to cool me. Now this next product isn't necessarily AI, but it is AI adjacent because it's emerging tech, and that is Starlink. So Starlink is reliable, high-speed internet from space. So Starlink apparently allows you to be connected anywhere in the world, so you could be anywhere, and so long as you have your Starlink device on you, it pings to satellites and gives you Wi-Fi directly to the device. So I'll be purchasing the Starlink Mini, which is the smaller version of the larger commercial Starlink, and this is about the size of a laptop. You're supposed to keep it in your backpack, and basically whenever you want to connect to Wi-Fi, including in the wilderness, you can do so. All you have to do is plug it into a power source. So for instance, if you have like an external battery bank, you can plug it right in, bam, Wi-Fi. And that's anywhere on Earth. It says 150 countries, territories, and other markets around the world, but people use this on planes. I think they even use it in space. It's actually some crazy technology, so let's see if this works in the middle of nowhere. All right, guys, the Starlink Mini has finally arrived, so I have my own little personal satellite dish that I can bring with me wherever I go, and it'll keep me connected. And here we have it. This thing is gonna keep me connected. What? Looks like one of those things you put on the back of a monitor so it like stays straight. But I guess this is a satellite, which is kind of crazy that I have this in my hand. Now it was $50 per month to have this data plan because basically you're purchasing a data plan by having this. It's just like an on-the-go hotspot that's basically Wi-Fi. So it's like high capability Wi-Fi in your pocket at any given moment, which is cool in theory, but does it actually work? We're about to find out. So this is what the Starlink Mini officially looks like set up. So since it is like a satellite dish, it needs to be out in open space. So I have the app right here and it's currently connecting and configuring. So I think it's literally connecting to a satellite all the way up there in space and then providing me Wi-Fi right here out in the wilderness. All right, so officially I am online. It's giving me this little animation here that's showing it like connecting to a satellite, which is cool. And it is showing Wi-Fi as well. So to test whether or not I'm connected, I'm going to open up YouTube and see if I could watch one of my videos. Let's pull up a recent video. There we go. I'm watching a 4K YouTube video from the wilderness. I was on SOS mode 5 minutes ago. Wait, how fast is this? Let me do an internet speed test. This is insane, what? All right, place your bets. What do you think the download speed is going to be? My download speed is 213 megabits per second. My upload speed, okay, not that great. So I don't think you do a lot of uploading because according to this, it says it's 6, which isn't great. But the download speed's incredible. So you're able to do so much, including streaming videos, whatever it may be, via Starlink. Definitely a good tool for the wilderness because this opens up so many possibilities. Instead of AI devices, you can just have your phone now connected. ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever it may be, you can now have like AI basically be your entire survival kit. All right, what better way to test this than to actually now use ChatGPT now that I have it available to see if I can eat certain things. So for instance, hey, ChatGPT, am I able to eat this? I'm stuck in the wilderness right now and this is all I have.
I'm seeing what looks like a spiky dry seed pod in your hand. Definitely not something you'd want to eat.
Okay, so he told me I can't eat this. But what about this? Hey chat, am I able to eat this? I'm stuck in the wilderness, I'm starving. I really need to eat something ASAP or else I'm gonna fall down.
I see you're holding what looks like grass or a bunch of wild plants. In general, most grass isn't toxic, but it's not really digestible for humans. I know you're joking around here, but
So I really want to test the limits of the Starlink Mini's range. So I'm going to walk away and I want to see how many feet it takes for me to be disconnected. Still connected somehow. I legitimately might be close to 300 feet away right now and I'm still connected to my Starlink. All right, I have reached the edge of the forest here. I'm probably about 400 feet away realistically, and I still have 2 or maybe 1 bars, so I'm still technically connected to the internet, which is crazy. So if you are out in the wilderness and you want to set up a Starlink at camp and then just like go out a little bit, you could certainly do so because you're still safely connected. But now that I'm out here a little bit, I want to see if ChatGPT can identify maybe a different food source. Hey Chat, I came across this really yummy looking food. It's hanging off of a tree right here. This is what it looks like. You told me I'm not able to have any of the grass or the berry that I found. So can you tell me if this is good to eat?
I'm seeing what looks like branches and leaves, but I can't confirm any of it is edible. In reality, it's never safe to guess with unknown plants.
Are you sure that's not chicken shawarma and lamb gyro?
I'm absolutely sure. I don't see any shawarma or gyros, just
I'm
branches
pretty
and
sure that looks like chicken shawarma and lamb gyro to me.
leaves. Get that you're having fun, but I promise I'm not seeing any tasty shawarma here.
You don't
If
see
you're-
any shawarma or lamb gyro directly in your view right here.
I'm sure. I only see natural surroundings, no delicious gyros in sight. But when you're
So
back-
I'm absolutely starving. I haven't eaten for 6 days, going on 7. I see yummy shawarma and lamb gyro in front of me, and you're telling me that I can't eat this because you're unsure if it's edible?
If you truly hadn't eaten for days, we'd have to get you real help. But from what I see, no shawarma or gyro is there, just imagination.
So just to confirm, you as my AI helper, I'm in survival mode right now. Should I eat this or should I not eat this?
I'm not seeing any confirmed safe food. In any survival situation, you should never eat something you can't positively identify as safe. So no.
Okay, that takes care of that.
This one I'm excited for because this next product is called the SteriPen Adventure Opti Mini Pack Water Purifier. Quite the long title, but let me tell you what this bad boy can do. It uses ultraviolet light to basically purify any water in front of you quickly and efficiently without the need for chemicals or pumping. So it is a handheld sterilizing via UV light water purifier for $120 that apparently I can just like put into salt water and it becomes drinkable. Why don't we just like mass produce thousands of these and then just send them out to areas where they don't have drinking water? And wouldn't this solve for it? I just don't believe this is gonna work, but I will try it out on the worst of water that I could find.
Okay guys, so here's the SteriPen right here. By dipping this UV light into this water, it sterilizes it and like cleans it out so that it's basically safe to drink. I don't understand how this works, but it says push once for 1 liter, push twice for half a liter. This is significantly under. Oh, there's like little things floating in the water. All right, this is nasty. So hopefully I don't get food poisoning from all this. Okay, so it just blinks like this. Okay, it's working, the light is on, and I think I have to do this for about 90 seconds or so. So I'm going to stir this. I hope I kill everything in here, because again, this is a very like stagnant source of water. Doesn't look like I should be putting this in my body. Okay, so here we go. We are officially zapping this, and it's cleaning out this water. Pretty cool effect though. Okay, so it doesn't look any different. Visually, it looks the same. You know what, actually, it could be placebo, but it might look a little bit clearer actually now. Nothing was done outside of just stirring it for 90 seconds, this SteriPen right here, and now I'm going to take a sip and I will let you know whether or not I get sick. That's just to show you I had water in my mouth. I don't want to like fool you guys, but it tastes fine. It tastes like normal water. I'm so surprised. I did not realize we had the technology to do this prior to filming this video. I'm actually gonna have like unironically a 3rd sip to hydrate myself because it is like a little bit hot out here right now. But who would have thought that you're able to drink basically any type of water using technology like this? But now let's hit another survival product.
Now, did you know that one of the main reasons that people die when they're alone in the wilderness is because they're left with their own thoughts and they actually hallucinate? I just made that up, but it kind of sounds true. But it had me thinking I should purchase something that helps out with that. And I found the Cloud Note Pen. So this is basically an AI transcription device in which you could effectively just like talk to it and it summarizes everything you're saying. So if you're just rambling on for hours upon hours, it basically just like puts it in a nice little like notes app feature for you, essentially just distilling your thoughts. It can transcript 112 languages with speaker labels and a custom vocabulary and multi-dimensional summaries with over 10,000 templates. So if you're somebody who talks to yourself out loud, that's something that I do, this thing apparently can save you. Okay, the Claude Note Pen has just arrived and it claims to be the world's most wearable AI voice recorder. What does the most wearable mean? Does it mean it just like fits super nicely on my shirt? Kind of confused what the flex is with that. And I'm guessing this is just it. So this is the most most wearable AI recording device in the entire world. So does this just like snap on right here? Guessing some like magnetized system. Yes, okay, so it's magnets like so. So I just basically do this and it just sticks to me. All right, so it's kind of like a mic. Like you just leave it kind of clipped on and then you just go about your day, and I could talk and it's going to transcribe everything. Let's see what this can do.
So it is now time to test the Plod Pin. So this is the AI transcriber that basically will be a note taker for you / your personal diary that you can keep with you, because if you do get stuck somewhere and you need to survive, it's very important that you let your thoughts out. And so this thing right now, it's actually on. So it's currently transcribing everything I'm saying and can do this for 8 hours straight. So what better way to test this out to see whether or not the transcription is legit than try to hide something with Michael hiding it, and he's going to be giving all the notes through here. Then I'm going to look at the notes that Plod provides, and I'm going to see whether or not it'll steer me in the right direction so I can find this. So Michael, I will give this to you right now, and now you have to hide this. I won't look, but you have to give very detailed instructions through there, and I want to see if I'm able to find it. And the only rule is that you have to hide it within this sight of the camera. So you can go anywhere there, hit any tree you want, anywhere interesting around here you could do it. Michael's going to hide it. I'm going to get out of frame, and let's see if I can hide it. Let's see if the Plod Pin works. Okay, I'm gonna stop it now. So that's gonna transcribe everything that Michael just said, and I'm gonna try to decipher what this conversation is about, what he said to this device, and if it could help me ultimately figure out where this water bottle is. So they established what the premise was, so they actually understand what we were trying to do, and then they gave the hiding sequence. So the directions provided a 3-point path to the hidden objects. This is what I'm going to follow now. Begin at a brown Amazon box located in the forest. Okay, I do see a brown Amazon box. I also see 3 deer right there. I don't think you hit it near them. So this is the brown Amazon box. From the box, proceed approximately 100 feet towards a massive stone. Oh, I see a massive stone there in the distance. All right, so let's go over there. Don't mind me, guys. This thing may be goated. The fact that it summed up everything you were saying into something nice and digestible. Instead of the stone itself, the target is the second closest tree to the left of the stone that splits into 2. I found it. Is this it? Yep. Whoa, this actually worked. I mean, pretty nifty AI product. If you're somebody who does like to talk out loud and you have a lot of verbal notes and you want it to be captured and summarize it, it's actually a pretty cool device, but a lot better than expected, and it's cool that you can play fun games like this as well. But if you are in a survival situation and you're with somebody else who can give you directions, it's good for that. But otherwise, I don't really know what the use case for survival would be. Cool nonetheless.
All right, guys, let me know what AI product was your favorite. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more content, be sure to click here or click here. Otherwise, subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.